Hello, hello. I'm live, I believe. I'm sorry, I'm a minute or two late here. Getting everything going on my computer. It's been one of those days. How are you? Happy Friday. Um, 10-minute take home. I am doing my best today to keep it to 10 minutes, not 11 or 12. So, jumping right in. I had an amazing conversation yesterday with a friend of mine who's a doctor, and she and I were just talking about working with clients for her patients, um, and the ones where we see good results in changes in health, well-being, success, aliveness in life. She actually is incredible because she doesn't just focus on treating the problem. She actually is very focused on prevention. And she and I are going to do some stuff together at some point, uh, hopefully in 2025. So watch this space for that. But she and I were just kind of both sitting here chatting over Zoom. She's in California. And we both identified the same thing that we see in people. So clients, friends, people I'm around, same with her. And it's that anyone can develop a habit. And we were actually talking about, because she knows I'm doing the 21-day reset challenge. She was like, do you really think people can change a habit in 21 days? She's like, because I think it's BS. And, you'll read how many days does it take to change a habit, things. And, and I'll be honest, I was like, yeah, no, I actually don't think it happens in 21 days. That's not why I picked 21 days for a habit reset. And it's a reset, right? It's not a habit embodiment. It's a reset of habits. But I said I think it takes longer, but I've identified the nuance to people establishing habits and maintaining them to be something a little different. And so she and I talked this out. So hear me out on this. This may or may not be popular with people who work a lot in the area of habit formation, but I have a theory with this, and I think it's right as I've been working on this over the past few months. And so, habit change, habit shift, habit formation. What we know to date, or what most people do to date, what I've actually coached people in for many years is consistency, right? Consistently change your habits, do it small, micro habits. I talk about that a lot. And slowly start to move your habits in the right direction. So it's not a go big or go home, try to do everything all at once. But over time, if we'll choose water for an example, right? I mean, this is my 50-ounce bottle of water, right? If my habit desire is to drink more water, and today I don't drink any water. I live on Diet Coke and coffee, right? Tomorrow I'm not going to drink this whole bottle, and the next day and the next day and the next day successfully, right? That's a little bit too much. So let's start small. Start with a few glasses. Start building. Start building. And historically, I think we've been taught that the way to make it a habit, to make it become part of your everyday, is to just keep doing it, right? Start small, keep doing it day upon day upon day. You have a day where you don't do so well. Okay, come back tomorrow, try it again, keep going. Consistently over time, you will rewire your brain, rewire your thinking, and it becomes habit, just like brushing your teeth. And I talk about that a lot. Let's make it just so simple that it's just like brushing your teeth. You just do it and you don't even think about it. So all that is great. And I've seen people have a ton of success with that in slowly over time, consistently shifting habits that they want. It might be getting up earlier in the morning. It might be going for a walk. It might be doing the hard thing at work first. It might be, not watching a certain show. It might be anything, right? Spending time with the family. Whatever it is you choose to do that will improve your life, your well-being, your vitality, elevate your life. Okay. And yet, and I've seen this time and time again with hundreds of people. Um, I've seen people shift habits beautifully. They embody it. It is part of what they do. It's second nature. They see the success, they feel the success. And then something happens, a trigger, a life event, something. And the habit slips. And then it slips. And then it slips. And then they go back to their old habits. And it always puzzles me, like, why is the old habit something they go back to when they've established the new habit, right? We've moved forward. We have a new habit. Why wouldn't you go back to a new habit? Or why wouldn't you fall forward to a new habit? Why do we go back to old habits? And I found out today that I received my mind coding practitioner certification. So I passed. Yay, I get to go to a graduation ceremony next week. It's amazing. And it's been the culmination of months of work studying our brain, neuroplasticity, neuroscience, motivation, things like that. And I'm going to get to use it with people in the future. It's going to be so exciting. And here's what I discovered through that. If we want to build successful lives, shift habits, change our behavior to do something that is better for us, be it losing weight, doing well at work, spending time with family, and it requires a shift in our behavior. Just doing the thing over and over and over again consistently for a bit doesn't always work. In fact, rarely works. It'll work for a period of time and then people ping back. Why do they ping back? Here's why I think. They didn't change the underlying belief and identity that goes hand in hand with that supports what they want the outcome from the habit to be. So we all have these desires, we have these goals, we have these things we want, right? Like I say, losing weight, doing better at work, spending time with family, drinking more water, whatever it is. This is a desire, it's a goal, it's important to us. We know all the reasons why, but we can't do it. Over here, sitting in our belief, sitting in our identity, sitting in who we truly deep down and subconsciously believe we are, is a person who does not lose weight, does not do well at work, isn't spending time with their family, isn't drinking the water. That's who we believe and identify with. That's who we are. So when we can do the thing, motivation, willpower gets you so far, gets you so far, gets you so far. And then when the life event happens or the thing happens and you ping back to the old habit, what do you ping back to? You ping back to your old identity. Because in the habit shift over the time and the consistent and where you ended up, you didn't change who you are, your identity, and your belief system that tied to that. Is this making sense? So what do we do to fix it? How do we get this desired result, establish the habit that got us there? Let's back into it. We change the belief that comes first and the identity that comes along with it. We change that. How do we change that? It's a lot more complex than I'm going to have time for here, and it goes a little bit more, but quite simply, you choose to. You decide what belief, what identity you want to replace the old one with. And it's like you pull it up at the roots. It's a weed. We're pulling up that old one that doesn't serve us, that's limiting us, that's holding us in a stuck place. We pull it up and we replace it. But we've got to see where it is, right? We've got to identify it. We've got to see the weed and to pull it up, right? We can't ignore it. We pull it up and then we replace it, plant a new one. A belief. I am a person who drinks a lot of water because I know it's good for my skin, for my organs, for my body. Boom. I am that person. I believe it. I know it to be true. And I'm identifying with being the person, right? So it's part of my identity. I am. I mean, let's be honest. Anytime you see me, I've probably got something like this with me. I am a person that drinks a lot of water. It's become part of my identity. It's become part of my belief system because I truly believe it's important, right? I'm using water as a silly example. You can replace weight loss, goal setting at work, career development, family, whatever is important to you. But it starts with the belief. Why is it important? Do you truly, truly connect with that belief? Is it something you really believe? Adding that to your identity, having that become part of who you are. And then you take the action. After that comes action. You take the action to then instill the habit that gets you the result. So belief, identity, action. There are other steps along the way, but let's just keep it simple. Belief, identity, action, habit, results. Habit and action go together. That's where I think I've gone wrong over the years when I've pinged back to an old habits because I didn't change who I was. At the fundamental level, I didn't do the work to change who I was. And the work isn't really hard. It's identifying it, seeing it, deciding who do I want to be, and replacing that thought every single time. Every time the old me who didn't drink water, who did drink about 7 Diet Cokes a day, and coffee and tea, anytime the old me may kind of start to grow, pop up, no, that's not who I am. Who do I identify with? I'm Claire who drinks a lot of water. I'm not Claire who drinks 7 Diet Cokes a day. I know her. I met her once, but I'm not her. And you can do this with every aspect of your life. And I'm so excited to be able to help people really master this belief system and this identity shift so that they can have amazing results and transformations and get the things, achieve the things that they desire in life. And it really is as simple as making the decision. Once you make a decision, once you change your identity, it can happen. It actually doesn't take weeks and months of consistent effort because you've changed who you are. And tomorrow you wake up and you are the person who drinks water. I hope this has helped you. I hope this has resonated. Anyone who has questions about this, I love talking about this. Can you tell? Message me, please. I'm going to put this in the chat actually. I am starting, and I'll put it everywhere. Let's see, did it go? I am starting tomorrow a 21-day challenge. Not because I think you're going to completely reset your habits in 21 days, but it's going to get us some good momentum. So I'm starting a challenge tomorrow. And it is in a Voxer private channel. Think of it like it's a mini podcast. I'm going to come in and talk every day, an inspiration, a tip, a technique, a lesson, stories from what I do, stories from clients. I'm going to come in every day with something for you to learn. Now, I've had lots of people say, I can't do it tomorrow. I'm busy because it kicks off tomorrow. That's kind of not relevant. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how busy you are. Doesn't matter if you're out of the country and don't have a phone near you. Still sign up. You don't have to do this real time. You won't be doing it real time because I'm going to be recording it and it'll go into the channel and then you can listen to it whenever you want on your phone and you'll have it with you. And every day I'll come in for 21 days. So by the end of it, you'll have 21 days of lessons, tips, tricks, recordings. You have access to that forevermore. You can go back and listen to day 5 if you want. You can listen to days 12 and 17 if you want, whichever ones of things that you resonate with, want to work on, didn't quite pick up. I did a challenge like this. I participated in a challenge like this back in June, and it's now September, I still go back and listen to days. I'm like, oh, and every time I hear it differently. So you will have access to it forevermore. Friends, loved ones can join it at any point and get access to all of the prior ones. It really is like subscribing to a private podcast. Just think of it like that. And you can do it on your own time. And It's designed, I say this, to fit in the nooks and crannies. You do it in the car, you do it on the dog walk, you do it while you're putting your makeup on, while probably not while you're in the shower, but you when you're making your coffee, do it whenever you want. And so I've put the link below. Join me. If you don't join me tomorrow, join me Sunday. If you don't join me Sunday, join me next week. Join me 2 weeks from now. I don't mind. Just join. And then you can go back and get access to everything. And I'm going to be talking a lot more about this during the next 21 days. So I wish you all a beautiful Friday, a great weekend. Noodle on this a little bit. Come back to me if you disagree. Come back to me if you've got questions, because this is really groundbreaking stuff. And I think a lot of good lies on the other side. Have an amazing day. Bye.